can you get something that you agreed in the prenup that you did not want? Like, say you want half of the money. We hear that a lot, right? But in the prenuptial agreement, you stated that you would not want to come after half. Okay. Can you come up against that contract?
Yeah, so one thing, and that is a great question. One thing to note is that when it comes to family law and it comes to matrimonial law, the courts have a lot of discretion. Like even in the statutes, you know, where the laws are written, many of them give the court discretion, meaning they can decide, right? Because it's usually not black and white with families. Unfortunately, that court's discretion sometimes comes with bias, right? And so we have that piece of it where the court can decide something differently than what you had down, but it's not going to be broadly. It's going to be more so within a certain confinement. So what do I mean by that? If you have a prenuptial agreement that says, this reminds me of, I don't know if you guys seen the comedy sketch with Martin, and he's like, say I come in with millions of dollars and you come in with a bag, right? So if you come in with a bag and the prenup says, okay, you're going to leave with the bag that you came in with, and I'm going to keep everything else, the court's not going to like that, because one thing, what they don't want to do is have the spouse that doesn't have, they don't want that person to now depend on the government. Right. So they're like, that was your person. You have to take care of them. Right. That's their number one thing. So they're like, no, you're not going to leave them on the street, especially if they're a parent. You're not going to leave them without care for the kid or whatever the case is. And they want you to have some semblance of their quality of life. Right. So they may deviate from that to the extent that they do something reasonable, but it probably is not going to be the half that you wanted. Right. They're going to do something. So I think we even heard of Dr. Dre had like a prenuptial agreement, but he still ended up paying the wife like a good chunk of change, right? Because they're like, well, you've been married X amount of years and, you know, whatever the case is. And also we don't know if their prenuptial agreement said if you're married for 20 years, you get this. If you're married for more, you know, maybe they have some sort of graduated scale like that. But we know for sure that the courts are not going to say you get nothing, you know what I mean? Especially if it's been a significant amount of time. And then the other thing is it's important for the parties to clearly disclose their assets and their, you know, whatever businesses or earning capacity they have at the time. Because if they don't disclose that, then it's like you didn't come in fully informed to enter into this contract, right? You didn't know all that there was or what you were really agreeing to. So that's, you know, that's that. And then I would say finally that the parties need to be represented, or they should be represented. That's going to weigh also against whether the court's going to deviate or how far they're going to deviate. Because if you had a lawyer draft it up and then the other party was just like, okay, they read it and then signed it, then they may not hold that as, you know, as they would if both parties had lawyers and had the opportunity. You know, they definitely need the opportunity to get it reviewed. But if they both had lawyers, then it's a lot stronger. Let's go, let's grow, let's grow, let's get it.